So before I came to Goodwill, I was going through a pretty rough period in my life, being a single parent with 2 children on probation. I also was not employed. I was struggling with sobriety, had no transportation, and was just trying to do something more positive with my life, trying to turn it around. So when I first came to Goodwill, I was paired with Christopher Lum, and we just talked about what the Goodwill program offers. He made it more personal for me, and just that's how it felt with him. And he just kind of explained, what they offered and how to help me out.
My name is Christopher Lum. I'm a career navigator at Goodwill Hawaii. I think from like the first 5-10 minutes that I got to spend with him, you immediately kind of hear it from the way that he's talking about his life, that he wants a lot of change. He was a family man for sure. I think that's what kind of was really interesting about talking with him in the very beginning. He kept bringing up wanting to change, wanting to be there for his children.
I was going through a rough point in my life, and there's a point where I didn't believe in myself. So I just remember the one thing that stood out to me was he told me he believed in me, and that's something I really needed to hear, because I didn't get that a lot. Yeah, talking to Chris, he did ask me what my goals were from short term to long term. So and then it kind of opened up my mind as to what my goals were, because I didn't really have any at the time. So once I started speaking to him about it, it kind of got my mind turning.
For me as a case manager, for me as a person, just as an individual, I have never had more rewarding work than having the opportunity to work with people like Casey who are dedicated to turning their lives around.
Chris helped me build my resume, so we just talked about my skill set, my experience, and then we fine-tuned it, helped me to land the position that I got hired for. It was big because I went from working part-time to full-time now, and I am currently with an employer that is recognized by Forbes as one of the best employers in the 50 states.
And I was kind of on the back end providing him services, if, just things that would, help him get the tools that he needed to put his life in together to get a job and remain consistent through it. Now I'm currently working with Casey on more office soft skills, just kind of things that'll help him as if he were to move up. These things would help him in the future. What does it mean to get a higher pay, or the benefits, or how to ask for certain things. I get to talk with him, and we get to be excited about his own future, and I get to see the spark in his eyes as he talks about oh, my kid is one of the best kids in the world, and I get to go to work, and I get to come home feeling accomplished.
I think what's next for me is just staying on this path that I'm on. I firmly feel like I'm on an upward trajectory. So I think life is the best teacher, and I've had to learn a lot of lessons, because the person that I came into here before versus now is it's almost like two different people. It feels good to be able to accomplish what I was able to accomplish, with the help of Chris and Goodwill. So yeah, my plan is just to continue to do what I'm doing, and I know that this is just a start for me, and there's a lot more opportunity there for me to grow.